You guys like my shirt? Look, it says if you see the police, Warner Brother. When I was a kid, being a fan of something you loved used to actually mean something. It was fun to find other people who liked the same stuff as you and join that fan base. But recently, almost every fan base known to man has become toxic. People arguing over stupid stuff like which movie is best or worse, what characters deserve more screen time. It's dumb. And unfortunately, one of the pieces of media that little Spencer was a fan of fell into this. Star Wars is one of the strangest fan bases that I've ever been a part of. On one side of the spectrum, you have people who just really like Star Wars. They like the movies, they like the shows, they enjoy that universe. Then on the other side, you got people who argue over whether the sequel trilogy is best or whether the OG trilogy is best or whether the prequels are best, and like, who cares? I don't know, like what you want to like. But it's an argument that goes on forever and ever and ever and never ends. And it's a huge debate that can sometimes get out of hand. One part of the spectrum, wherever the spectrum is, you just have the people who are the racists, the misogynists, and the homophobes. The worst of Star Wars fans. A couple months ago, I made a little video describing toxic fan bases, so check that out if you want some background. But Star Wars is by far the most toxic fan base in existence right now. But why, Spencer? You might be asking. The answer? The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is episode 8 of the Skywalker saga, and it was released in 2017 to critical acclaim. Wow, look at that! They thought Rian Johnson's direction was unique, the music was as good as always, and as for the fans, they thought it was the worst thing that the studio has ever put onto the silver screen. Genuinely. What the hell? But is the movie really awful? Or have fans just overreacted to an extent that doesn't allow anyone to see the positives about this movie? I mean, like, I guess let's find out. We can find out together. That's what my job is, to find out. I'm gonna get yelled at a lot. So some of the arguments about Star Wars The Last Jedi is that it is a woke movie. And like, I don't know, dude. If having a female lead in a movie makes your movie woke, then I guess, yeah, the movie's woke. This movie's woke. It's woke. I don't know. Okay. And if you argue that Rey is too strong or she's too powerful, it's like, I understand where you're coming from. You don't want your main character to obviously be this like overpowerful character that can't be defeated, but there has been a lot of super powerful characters in Star Wars who are powerful for no reason. Like Luke was super powerful, Anakin was super powerful. They never had to like explain how they were super powerful. I don't know. Like a lot of the Jedi are powerful people. Like I'm not trying to dismiss your argument. If you believe that this movie's woke, you can go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. But to say that it ruins the quality of the film, I think isn't fair. That's all I'm saying. It's not fair to put that on the actual quality of the movie. So I thought I'd bring that up right away as the first thing. So the actual movie now. First off, Rian Johnson is actually a good director, and he proves that here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with how this movie looks. I would go so far as to say that this is probably one of the best looking Star Wars movies. The fight scenes are kinetic and energetic, and I know people complain that there are mistakes or whatever, but like, come on, guys. This is like some real fucking samurai shit. How can you not like this? The movie is shot so well with visuals that you can literally screenshot and mount on your wall. The way that this movie looks is probably the best thing it has going for it right now. But the story, I gotta admit, is really messy. Characters have setups for arcs that definitely could have worked if they just did those, but then the characters go in a completely different direction that doesn't really make any sense. Let's start with Poe. Poe is obsessed with this war. He's messing around, he's having fun, he's loving this shit. You would think his arc would be to learn how this war is bad and it affects real people. You could even have him go along with Finn, someone who was on the wrong side of the war since he was a child, and try to have him show Poe that this war is really fucked up, and the mission is to try to stop it. That's what I thought the arc was gonna be, but nah, that's not what they did. This guy just kind of hangs around the ship for like the whole movie. This guy kind of just hangs around the ship for an hour and yells at the purple hair girl about how she's doing a bad job, and Leia explodes, and then Mary Poppins her way back inside.
Oh look, he's flying!
Okay, I have to admit, that's pretty stupid looking. You guys are right on that. I know she has the Force or whatever, but nothing's gonna make an old lady flying in space look cool. So I would say most of the characters aren't technically done wrong, they're just not done right. Cause Finn should have been a big focus. He was one of the most interesting character introductions in any Star Wars movie, but he has the arc that Poe should have had. He goes out with Rose and he sees all the people that the war affects and realizes that he needs to step up and be willing to sacrifice his life to protect the good people in this universe. Finn shouldn't have to learn this lesson. He was a stormtrooper that was stolen as a child. He should know how terrible this war is, and he should have been the one to teach Poe this lesson, if anything. And then before I get to the next thing, I want to say this. Kelly Marie Tran is a very talented actress who seems like a very, very nice person. People who harassed her because of this movie are probably the most vile people on the internet, and I don't stand for what they did to her. If anything, you guys are all on the Spencer.G naughty list. That being said, Rose is a useless character in this movie. What is she here for? What is she here for? You can take Rose out of the movie and replace her role with Poe's, and the movie probably would have made more sense. I guess she's there to show how the war affects the little guys like her sister and her, but like Finn could have filled that role for Poe. The performances are all great though. I think I can say that, but man, what is Rose doing here? It really feels like Ryan just invited her to the function so she could get bullied, which is kind of a dick move, hombre. Okay, let's get this out quickly. I think Rey and Kylo Ren are really cool in this movie. I like that Kylo wants to be the big bad and he wants to take over the galaxy and rule it in his image. And if we're being honest, that's kind of a Sigma move.
What the Sigma?
And there's this real struggle that we are able to see in him, the light versus the dark. It's actually done really well here. And to have Rey almost go with him because she sees the good in him, but then decide otherwise because she knows that he's only doing this out of pure hatred. Sorry, it's good writing. That's pretty well written. I'm sorry, guys. I think those two characters and the stories that they go on, that works. I like Kylo Ren just killing Snoke and taking over for himself. I like Rey actually contemplating this dark side, light side thing. But now we need to get to the thing that everybody seems to complain about. Luke Skywalker. Luke in this movie is fine. Yeah, like, I don't know, he's fine. I don't hate it. There definitely are problems, but the idea of him becoming an asshole kind of makes sense. He failed as a Jedi and it's made him old and bitter, and I think that makes sense. It would have been kind of weird seeing Luke as this stoic, cheery guy after almost killing his nephew and inadvertently causing a new age of darkness. I really like the idea of the fallen hero, someone who has lost everything and has totally given up on life. Rey is the one that has to teach him how to be the Luke Skywalker that we remember. I think this transition for his character actually works. I think you could have handled it a little bit better and have this transition be a little more impactful than it actually is, but there isn't anything wrong with how the character is portrayed in this one. I know that a lot of people get angry about the Force projection fight at the end of the movie where it's revealed that Luke and Kylo Ren's fight wasn't really real because Luke was never there, but I love it. He never wanted to give Kylo the satisfaction of killing him. Luke gets to go out on his own terms, leaving Kylo with this dissatisfaction that he never got vengeance on Luke. That is how you fuck up a villain mentally. Also, looking at it and realizing that they never actually touch each other and it's just Luke dodging everything is so cool. And to show the fact that Luke is also not making any footprints is genius. Like, I'm sorry if you don't agree, but this is really good visual storytelling. Look, lots of people don't like this movie and I get it, but I think that people hate it for the wrong reasons. For me, it's horribly paced, some of the characters' motivations don't really make any sense, some of the characters should have had different arcs. Rose is fine, but she serves little to no purpose, and as much as I love Luke and his story, I don't think he gets enough play in this story. This is not the best Star Wars movie, but it's not the worst Star Wars movie. It's not awful. Didn't ruin my life. That little kid in me who loves Star Wars thinks this movie is awesome and serves a purpose to the bigger Star Wars universe. I understand people were upset with how they killed off Snoke, who was the big bad, and it showed that Rey is just a nobody. I understand that you're probably upset by that. Sometimes it feels like Rian Johnson only subverted expectations so he could surprise people instead of telling a story that could have been really interesting and would have made more sense to the canon. Canon? How about these cannons? Spencer, do an explosion when I flex. I'm single. But I still look at this movie and I have to say that it does work for the most part. That's the key. I say for the most part. That's where you should take that. For the most part. For the most part. For the most part. For the mouse part? For the mouse part? The mouse penis? Penis mouse? Small penis? Micro penis? Kevin James?
I ate Adam Sandler. Yoo-hoo! I'm in here with the pizza!
I don't know what that was. What the fuck? The point is that I'm more than a person who likes Star Wars. I'm a person who loves movies, and this movie does work. Not all the time, but it does work. It's okay to hate, but I wish that people would stop being so aggressive to this movie. It came out, it's over. If you like it, fine. If you don't, that's also fine. But I think it's time to just leave it in the past. Maybe I should also move on to and end the video. Thanks everyone for watching. This is probably going to be a really controversial video, so if you're going to hate, please go easy on me. Try to be nice. Or you can totally bully me, and I mean, I can't control what you say.
But I'm Spencer's conscience, and if you make fun of him, I'm going to make you eat dog shit, and I'm going to watch you eat it. You're going to eat it all up, and I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to watch you eat dog shit right from the dog's asshole.
So remember to leave a comment, because I love hearing your beautiful voices in my computer. What do you got to say today, guy?
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos. It's the greatest moment of my life.
Okay, then. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sexy. Okay, bye. What the fuck was this? I just did the fuckboy pose. Like,
Treat me like what's this? Don't get me dirty.
bye. The fuck is wrong with me today? Guys. Almost 420. Smoke up. Or whatever you do. Okay. Always stay safe, stay healthy, stay sexy. Okay, bye.
Reach this fuck. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reach this fuck. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. Nowadays on cruise control. I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. Just like that, I'm on the road. Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor.